Did your Plex server suddenly disappear after you reset your password and now your media is inaccessible like this right here? If so, no worries, we just need to reclaim our server. In this video, we'll walk through how to do that on Windows, Ubuntu, and Docker. So recently, Plex did suffer a data breach and it is recommended to reset your Plex password and revoke all logged in sessions. In general, when resetting your password after a breach, it is a good idea to revoke the existing sessions in your account in case someone was able to log in before you changed your password. However, this does disconnect your Plex server from your Plex account, and we'll have to go in and reclaim your server. Let's go ahead and talk about how we can do that on some of the most common platforms. So let's go ahead and get started with our Plex server that is on Windows 10. So right now I am on the main app.plex.tv website. And if we go over here and have a look, we can see that our servers are currently available. So we have our Windows, Ubuntu, and Docker server. And if we go through here, we can verify that all the media is available. So we're going to go ahead and change our password by going to our account settings. And then we'll go over to security and password. We'll go ahead and edit that. And we're going to go ahead and set a new password. And since it is recommended to sign out all other clients and servers and all that, we are going to go ahead and check this box, which will go ahead and sign us out of all other browsers and Plex clients and Plex servers. So we'll go ahead and save those changes. And then now that we have reset our password, it's going to give us an invalid credentials on the app.plex.tv website. So we're just going to go ahead and press OK. And it's going to make us sign back in. And now that we are signed back in with our new password, we'll see we get a no content available error. And if we go over to our server list here, we'll see that they all have a little error here saying that they can't connect. So we'll go and click on them. And then it'll essentially just say that it's unavailable. And we are now remoted into our Windows server that hosts the Plex server itself. So we can see we have our desktop icon and we have it in the tray. So the Plex server is currently running still. So what we can do is we're going to try to go to the local web interface of the server. So that's going to be the 127.0.0.1:32400/web. And you have to do this from the server itself just to try to access the web interface. And we'll see if we go directly to it and not going through the Plex website. And we select our Windows server here. We will now get a not authorized message whenever you are trying to access the server directly through the web interface on the server. So now we can go and try to reclaim it, but first we're going to have to remove the existing claim and then we'll be able to reclaim it again. So we're going to go ahead and open up a notepad on our server directly. And then we're going to need to paste in some registry edits that we're going to run. So we're going to go ahead and copy this registry entry right here. So we'll go and click copy or highlight it all and copy. This will be linked in the description. These are going to be the edits that we need to make. And then on our server in our notepad, we're going to go and paste that in. And we're going to go ahead and go to File, Save As. And we're going to go ahead and just put this on our desktop. And it's important, right now it's going to show as a text document. We need to go ahead and click on this dropdown and say All Files. And then we can go and give it any name. So I'll just say Plex. And then what's important is we have to do .reg at the end. This basically makes it a registry file, and you have to make sure you have all files selected. Otherwise, if you save this as a text document, it'll just be a regular text document and it's not runnable. So we'll go and save that. And before we run this registry file, we want to go ahead and shut down our Plex server. So we should have the Plex icon in the tray here. If not, you may need to press the up arrow to see it, but we'll go and right click on it. And then we're going to go ahead and exit. So that's going to go ahead and stop your Plex server so it's not running in the background. We're then going to go ahead and right click on this registry entry that we just made and hit merge or double click on it. It'll give you a UAC prompt. We'll go ahead and click yes. You'll get another prompt just making sure you want to do that. We'll hit yes again. And it'll give us a message saying it was successfully merged. And we can press OK. Now we can go and start Plex again, either from the desktop shortcut or by typing in Plex Media Server in your search. And now that our Plex server is back online, we're going to go ahead and try to claim it again. So we're going to open the file browser here. We're going to click into this top bar and we're going to type in %appdata%. And that's going to take us to our roaming folder. We're going to go back one folder by clicking app data here. Go into local. And then we'll have our Plex media server. And then we have a HTML file called setup Plex. So we're going to go ahead and open this. So double click on it. It should open your default web browser. Once this launches, you'll see this initializing Plex media server. This sometimes can take a few minutes to complete. I also want to double check we are logged in. It doesn't look like we are, so I'm going to go ahead and sign in again. And then after signing in again, it looks like it actually auto reclaimed my server, so that is good. If it didn't reclaim it, then we would just want to go ahead and relaunch this HTML file after being signed in. In this case, it just instantly loaded the page since we are signed in and we were able to reclaim this server. And now that we have covered how to do this on a Plex server running on Windows, let's go ahead and cover how to do this on Ubuntu. Alrighty, and we are currently running Ubuntu Desktop 2004. However, the process will apply to really any Ubuntu server install or most Linux distros. In this case, we do have a user interface, but we can do this without a user interface as well. So if we go to app.plex.tv, we can see that our Ubuntu install has no content available because we need to reclaim it. Now, if you have a user interface version, you can actually just go to the local IP 127.0.1 port 32400 and you'll be able to reset up everything here automatically with no terminal. But if you're running a headless server or any sort of Ubuntu version without any UI, such as Ubuntu server itself, then we'll go ahead and need to do this through the terminal. In order to facilitate that, we're going to be using this GitHub project, Plex claim server. This is a pretty old script. It's just a shell script to help you reset the registration. So if we go ahead and go on to this, which will be linked in the description, we'll go to the plexclaimserver.sh. And then we're just going to click on raw here just so we can get the full one. And I'm going to copy this URL. And I'm going to open my terminal. So this terminal is on our Ubuntu computer already. If you're going to a different computer, you can SSH in. We're just going to do wget. We'll paste in that URL. And then if we do an ls, we should see that the Plex claim server's here. We can even do nano just to make sure. Yep, that is the file. Control X to close that. So we'll go ahead and need to make this file executable since by default it's not. So we'll do a chmod on it to change the permissions. We'll do +X to make it executable. And then the file name, which is just the plexclaimserver.sh. And now that we have gone ahead and made the script executable, we're going to go ahead and grab our Plex claim code. So it's linked on the GitHub, but it's just plex.tv/claim. You will have to be signed into your account, of course. And then so we have a claim code that is available. And then we're going to go ahead and copy and paste this line right here. And then what this does is it will go ahead and run this script as the Plex user with your claim code. So we're going to go ahead and go back here, copy that claim code. And now that we have that pasted in, we're going to go ahead and run the script. In this case, we actually got an error because we don't have curl installed here. So we'll go ahead and install that real quick. So we'll just do a sudo apt install curl. And we'll hit yes, just because that's going to be a dependency for the script to work. And we can go ahead and try to rerun that. And it's going to go ahead and show the Plex media server was claimed, so that's great. And now that it's claimed, we do need to go ahead and restart the Plex server. So we can go ahead and copy this right here, or you can just type it out. And then so this is just going to go ahead and restart the Plex media server. So it's going to go ahead and restart. We'll give that a few seconds, and we'll go ahead and refresh the website and make sure that we're able to get in. And then now that we've refreshed, we can see under Ubuntu here, we can see our movies and our media again. So we're able to access it on our Ubuntu machine and our Windows machine. All that is left as the Docker. And using the script on Ubuntu is really only necessary if you're running a headless server, so no UI display available to you. If we were to go ahead and just go to the web interface here, we could have reset it up this way. But we just want to kind of walk through the way to do it through the terminal as well. And if this has helped you so far, a quick like really helps out the channel. And now that we've covered this on Windows and Ubuntu, let's go ahead and cover how to handle this when you run Plex as a Docker container. And then so now we have a terminal open, we are SSH'd into our Docker host, and we can go ahead and just validate that the Plex server is currently running here. And we can do that with a docker stats plex. This is running as root, otherwise you need to use sudo, so either or. And we can see here, yep, the Plex container is actively running. We'll press Control-C 3 times just to get out of here. In order to go ahead and reset the registration so we can reclaim the server again, we are going to use a script that will be in the description. So this is Plex Auto Reclaimer. This one is specifically built for Docker. So we're going to go ahead and click on the file here. And we'll go and click on raw just so we can go and get the full file. And we're going to go ahead and copy the link to it. And we're just going to do another wget, paste that in there. And then if we do an ls, we can see that the file's in there. We'll do a chmod +x and the file name just so we can go ahead and make that executable. And then we're going to go ahead and run this. And then it will attempt to open your browser if it can to get the claim code. Otherwise, you'll just have to go to plex.tv/claim, which we'll go ahead and go there. And it's going to go ahead and give us our claim code. We're going to go ahead and copy that. And then it's going to go through all your containers and look for anything that has the word Plex in it. So you're going to want to make sure that the container returns is correct. So my Plex container is just called Plex, but if you have multiple containers with similar names, it may catch the wrong one. So we're just going to go ahead and confirm that this container is the Plex media server, and we want to go ahead and clear the registration and reclaim it. So we'll press yes or Y for yes. And then now it's asking us for that claim. So we're going to go ahead and paste in what we copied, press enter. And it shows that it was properly claimed. So let's go ahead and go back to the web interface here and refresh that. And if we go here, we see our Docker host. We're going to click on it. It says that it can't connect. Give it a few seconds. And then there we go. So now it can go ahead and connect. And we can access our media library on all 3 servers. And that is about it. We've covered reclaiming your Plex server on 3 major platforms. If you're still running into errors, you may need to review your logs and go from there. There's also a lot of discussion on the Plex forums for some more advanced setups as well. I hope this helped get your Plex server back online. If you're into Daisy or Arma content, stick around. I do have a lot of videos on the channel and a few more coming soon. And that's about it. Have a good one.